Hello and welcome to my channel, where I talk about the most interesting and important issues around the world. Today, I'm going to tell you about a long-standing ethnic conflict in India's northeast that has recently reached a historic resolution. I'm talking about the Bru and Mizo conflict in Mizoram and the agreement to permanently settle the displaced Brus in Tripura. This is a story of violence, displacement, and hope, and I'm sure you'll find it fascinating and informative. So, stay tuned till the end of this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more such content. But before we dive into the details, let me give you some background information about the Brus and the Mizos, and the region where they live. The Brus, also known as Reang, are one of the 21 scheduled tribes of Tripura, a state in the northeast of India. They are ethnically related to the Bodo Kachari people of Assam, and speak the Bru dialect of the Bru language. The Mizos, on the other hand, are the majority tribe of Mizoram, another state in the northeast of India. They are ethnically related to the Chin people of Myanmar and speak the Mizo language. Both the Brus and the Mizos are predominantly Christian, although some Brus also follow Hinduism or animism. The northeast of India is a region of great diversity and complexity, with over 200 ethnic groups and languages. It is also a region of conflict and instability, with several armed movements and insurgencies demanding autonomy or secession from the Indian Union. The region shares borders with Bangladesh, Bhutan, China, Myanmar, and Nepal, and has a history of colonialism, migration, and partition. The region's geography, culture, and politics are often misunderstood or ignored by the rest of India, leading to a sense of alienation and resentment among the people of the Northeast. Now that you have some context, let me tell you what happened between the Brus and the Mizos in Mizoram, and why it led to the displacement of thousands of Brus to Tripura. The conflict dates back to 1995, when the Mizos, who are the dominant political force in Mizoram, demanded that the Brus be left out of the state's electoral rolls, as they contended that they are not indigenous to Mizoram. The Brus, who are a minority tribe in Mizoram, resisted this move, and demanded a separate autonomous district council for themselves to protect their rights and identity. This led to tension and hostility between the two communities, which escalated into violence in 1997, when a militant group called the Bru National Liberation Front, BNLF, was formed to fight for the Bru cause. The BNLF attacked and killed a Mizo forest guard in October 1997, which triggered a massive backlash from the Mizos, who burnt down Bru villages, killed Bru civilians, and forced around 37,000 Brus to flee to Tripura, where they were given shelter in makeshift camps. Since then, the Brus have been living in these camps for over 2 decades, facing poor living conditions, human rights violations, and identity crisis. Several attempts to repatriate them to Mizoram have failed due to various reasons, such as lack of security, inadequate compensation, and resistance from both the Brus and the Mizos. The Brus have also faced discrimination and harassment from some local groups in Tripura, who see them as outsiders and a burden on the state's resources. The conflict has had a negative impact on the social, economic, and political situation of both Mizoram and Tripura, as well as the relations between the two states and the central government. The conflict has also been exploited by some right-wing groups and media outlets, who have portrayed it as a case of religious persecution of the Hindu Brus by the Christian Mizos, which is not true. However, in January 2020, a historic agreement was signed between the central government, the governments of Mizoram and Tripura, and the Bru representatives to permanently settle the displaced Brus in Tripura, and provide them with various benefits and facilities. The agreement was hailed as a breakthrough and a win-win solution for all the parties involved, as it ended the long-standing humanitarian crisis and paved the way for peace and harmony in the region. According to the agreement, the Brus who wish to stay in Tripura will be given land, housing, cash assistance, free ration, and voting rights in Tripura. They will also be given special development projects, education and health facilities, and reservation in government jobs. The Brus who wish to return to Mizoram will be given the same benefits as the Mizos, and will be protected from any harassment or violence. The agreement also stipulates that the Bru camps in Tripura will be closed down, and the Bru militant groups will surrender their arms and join the mainstream. So, this is the story of the Bru and Mizo conflict in Mizoram, and the agreement to settle the displaced Brus in Tripura. I hope you found this video informative and interesting, and learned something new today. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends and family. Also, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this issue in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon, to get notified of my upcoming videos on more such topics. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.